Most of the time, the prospect tries to be right about his buying decision. And so he, knowingly or not, tries to make the salesperson wrong. You really have to understand that the prospect will try to make the salesperson wrong. When a person tries to be right, he divorces any pro-survival intentions. Does it make sense to you? You cannot be right and in control. You cannot be right and in control, which means you cannot be right and have income. Did you get the idea? Now, the prospect is there most of the time, knowingly or unknowingly, to sabotage what you're doing, because he wants to be right, and his being right is more important than the help he needs. Now, the problem is that everyone is sure they are right, which means others are wrong or no less. Does it make sense to you that everyone's sure that they are right? Everyone at any certain moment, they're sure that they are right. Okay? Now, because they're sure they are right, to do that, everyone puts out a facade of I am certain. But it is only a facade. They are not. In their mind. Does it make sense to you so far? Excellent. Now you need to restore your ability to be certain. The question is, how will you define the word certainty? What is certainty? Okay, so certainty, knowingness without looking. Knowingness without looking. Now, when can you know without looking? When can a person know without looking? If this is you, okay? If this is you, when can you know without looking? Okay, so the only condition where you can know without looking, the only condition when you can know without looking is the following. If this is something that I'm looking at, for me to know without looking, we need to share the same space. I need to be the thing. Do you agree with that? If I want to know without looking, I need to remove the space. I need to be the thing. The only time that you can remove the space is when you just create at zero time, which means just a moment before you go into the physical universe, moment before time. Okay? So for as long as you are within time, this is time, you cannot know without looking, which means the moment that you put out a space, you deteriorate. So far, so good? Everyone with me? Yes, at zero time. Okay, so let me explain that again. Let me explain this concept, not again, but let me explain the concept. So everyone understand that there is a theoretical start of this universe. This universe can be defined as the universe of opposing forces, or two particles, extension on two particles, plus and minus. The smallest number of particles, the smallest number in this universe is 2. Yes, Marcel. The smallest number in this universe is 2, and this universe started with something or something. I don't want to call it something, but something or someone or an undefined thing has taken nothingness and create a somethingness. Everyone is with me up to now? Good, excellent. So here, what you have here is total potential. And anything you say here can become something. So this something here, anything that you've got in the physical universe, is something that a nothingness created. Are you with me? A nothingness created a somethingness. Everyone with me? Good. The only way for you to be certain is here, because the physical universe is the sum of all uncertainties. The definition of the physical universe is the sum of all uncertainties. Why? The physical universe has only one thing in common. It's always changing. The physical universe, this area always changes. This area never changes. Okay? So when you are certain, you actually the creator. You bring something out of nothing. It has nothing to do with facts. Okay, so far so good? Good. So what we want is we want to be certain, because when we're looking, there will always be a difference between what's actually going on. If I'm in this area, I'm here somewhere on the time scale, and my prospect is here, there will always be a difference in duplication. As much as I will communicate, I'm communicating, but by the time that the communication arrived here, there is a change. There is a change in time, there is a change in location, there is a change, and so there could not be duplication in the physical universe. So far, so good. So the only way to do a real observation is by knowing, not by looking. You can do that by looking, but it's a deteriorated form. So the definition of the word certainty, the first definition is knowing without looking.